Bond court is a free service, but it takes several hours of my time every day. Less than 10% of Bond court viewers hit the like button, and less than 1% leave a comment. If you want Bond court to continue to be available on YouTube for free, then please hit the like button and leave a comment on all of my videos.
I was told that there is one.
Just give me 1 second. Let me find out for you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Fine.
Okay, now I'm being told it's on Cisco, so let me hang up. Thank you. Is that on this or is that on that? No, that's not Cisco. I don't think. Wait, we've got WebEx, we've got. Being given a number. Can you call them and find out how we're getting them? Do we have a number? Or is it this one? Calling them yesterday. I know. No. Doing it by phone. Let me see if I have them on this. Let's just see.
Welcome to an Econo meeting. You are entering the meeting now.
There. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Usher. How are you?
Good, how you doing, Judge?
I'm doing well. We have a Haitian inmate as well as family members that require interpretation.
Okay.
Okay. And if we could swear in the family members, I guess.
And I've been previously sworn in, Judge.
Thank you.
Do you swear to interpret from Creole to English?
She's been sworn in. We need to swear in the inmate.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Could you state your name for the record?
Joseph Henry Smith.
Oh, well, they speak English.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to start with Miss Aubert. How are you today? Okay. Do you speak English?
No.
You do not. Okay. Ma'am, you were arrested and charged with aggravated assault.
Madame, était arrêté ou accusé de violence domestique, attaque grave.
Okay. And that is a third-degree misdemeanor.
C'est un TDD au 3e degré.
Ma'am, I am going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter.
Bon défenseur public pour représenter ou dans cas ça.
Okay. And do we have the named victim here today?
Yes, ma'am, but she didn't do nothing to me, ma'am. They got it all messed up and
I need you to speak up.
they got it all tangled up and everything. My wife didn't do nothing to me. There was somebody talking about she did this or that. She didn't do nothing to me. My wife didn't do nothing to me.
Okay, sir, I have a few questions, or actually, I'm going to turn you over to the state. State, do you have any questions?
Yes, Your Honor.
And start with stating his name.
Mr. Smith, can you confirm your name for me, please?
Joseph Henry Smith.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Joseph Henry Smith.
Thank you. And how do you know the defendant?
How do I know her?
Yes.
Yes, we've been married for 7 years.
Okay, and you live together?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Has something like this happened before?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not between me and my wife. No, ma'am.
Were drugs or alcohol involved in this incident?
No, ma'am.
And are you afraid of her?
No, ma'am. No. My wife, no.
Okay, while this case is pending, would you like to have contact with her?
Yes, ma'am, because we all live together and I have to keep the kids while she work at night.
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Ma'am, I am going to set bond at $1,000.
Madame m'a mette bando à $1,000.
Okay. I am setting special conditions that you possess no weapons,
Ma bo en condition spéciale que ou pas capable de aucun zam,
and that you have no hostile contact with
et
Mr.
que ou
Smith.
pas capable de aucun mauvais contact avec Monsieur Smith.
So if you start feeling angry, just go take a walk. Take yourself out of the situation, all right?
Si vous commencez à sentir fâché, il faut y marcher dehors, retirer tout de situation.
And I've appointed the public defender to represent you.
Et moi, de défense publique pour représenter.
Okay. That is all.
Judge,
Et le fini.
can I say something, Judge? We in a situation now where my disability card and my SSI card don't have any money on it because I'm trying to get it fixed. But my wife has the bank card where we can bond her out with. Because right now I have no money and she got all that stuff in her property to bond her out with. We have the money in the bank to bond her out with, but I don't have no access to it. She's the only one who has access.
Could she qualify for pretrial release? It doesn't look like she was able to be interviewed.
Oh,
Huh? Your Honor, I would ask for pretrial release. She doesn't have a history.
No, ma'am, she has she's never been in
Okay.
no trouble. She's not a violent person.
then I am going to release you on pretrial release. That's a non-monetary bond.
La relâché ou non, relâche avant procès, qui veut dire que ou pas besoin de payer aucun l'argent.
Okay. It does come with conditions though, ma'am. So
Mais le fini avec condition.
make sure you abide by those.
Ou besoin obéir.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Judge. God bless you.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I believe that's it, Mr. Risher.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day and a good weekend.
You as well. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. And now we have the Portuguese.
Morning, Your Honor. This is Paulo Lara, Portuguese interpreter. I have been sworn already today.
Okay. Good morning.
Morning.
All right. So we have an initial appearance. Ma'am, could you tell me your name?
Senhora, a senhora pode dizer o seu nome?
Ana Paula da Silva Silveira.
Ana Paula da Silva Silveira.
Okay. Ma'am, you were arrested and charged with battery, domestic violence, a first-degree misdemeanor.
Senhora, a senhora foi presa sob acusação de agressão, violência doméstica, que é um delito de primeiro grau.
Okay. That is punishable by up to 1 year in jail, up to 1 year probation, up to a $1,000 fine.
E pode ser punido por até 1 ano na cadeia, 1 ano de liberdade supervisionada e até $1.000 de multa.
I have reviewed the affidavit and I will release you on your own recognizance, ma'am.
Your Honor?
There is a victim.
Excuse me?
Eu revisei a sua declaração e de apoio e eu vou te liberar sobre sobre o seu próprio reconhecimento.
Your Honor, as this has been deemed to be a dangerous crime, she cannot be released on non-monetary release.
Meritíssimo, como esse foi um crime de violência perigoso, ela não pode ser libertada sem uma quantia monetária.
Your Honor, you can use your discretion to release someone ROR if you determine based on the facts of the case and their history that it warrants being released ROR.
Meritíssimo, a senhora pode libertar ela sob a sua própria discrição, sem uma quantia monetária, com base em antecedentes criminais ou com base em seu julgamento.
Have you read this one? This is her
Você,
daughter.
você leu isso? Essa é a filha dela.
Okay, let's talk to the daughter who is here.
Ok, vamos falar com a filha que está aqui.
Raise your right hand.
Levante a sua mão direita.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Você jura dizer a verdade, somente a verdade, nada mais que a verdade, com a ajuda de Deus?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, do you speak English?
Yes.
Você fala inglês? Sim.
Okay. Ma'am, could you tell me your name?
Giovanna Mel Silveira.
Okay, and what's your relationship to Miss Da Silva Sivieri?
She is my mom.
Okay, and you're the named victim in the case. Are you afraid of her?
I'm not.
Okay, and do you want to have contact with her pending the outcome of this case?
Yes.
Okay, and anything else, State?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
The interpreter would like to interpret what was said by the daughter.
Right.
Sim, qual o seu relacionamento com a senhora Silva Silveira? Ela é minha mãe. E você é a vítima principal neste caso. Você tem medo dela? Não. Você gostaria de ter contato com ela novamente? Sim.
All right. In reviewing the affidavit, at this time, I am going to release her on her own recognizance. Go ahead.
Eu vou, revisando essa declaração, eu vou libertá-la sob seu próprio reconhecimento com umas condições especiais.
Special conditions are that you possess no weapons, ma'am.
Uma das condições especiais é que você não pode possuir nenhuma arma, senhora.
And that you have no hostile contact with your daughter.
E que você não tenha contato hostil com sua filha.
That means if you feel angry enough that you feel like you might want to hit somebody, go for a walk, cool off, take yourself out of the situation.
O que quero dizer é que se você se sentir irritada ou nervosa o suficientemente, você precisa, com vontade de agredir alguém, você precisa sair, fazer uma caminhada e esfriar a cabeça. Tire-se própria da situação.
Was DCF involved in this case?
O DCF estava envolvido neste caso?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
Não, meritíssima. Ok.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, did I appoint the public defender?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
Eu
I will appoint the public defender to represent her.
vou nomear a Defensoria Pública para representá-la.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Obrigado, senhora. Muito bem.
I believe that's all the Portuguese cases that we have. Yes? All right. Have a good weekend.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to go into this. Mr. Martinko, what's your client's name again?
Sciortino, spelled S-C-I-O-R.
And he said it's a out-of-county VOP or out-of-county warrant?
Out-of-county warrant.
Toward the back? Let's say. I think I'm getting close. I think it's hiding right here. Nope. Maybe you can find it. I want Mr. C. Martino here.
He's present, Your Honor.
He's where?
He's present. We're getting him.
Okay, great. And then we'll do the Spanish? Yes? never found that. All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Kyle Shortino.
Okay, and Mr. Martinko?
Yes, Your Honor, this is an out-of-county VOP warrant.
Okay, there's really not much I can do other than stay the out-of-county warrants bond. Is there any bond set in this one? There's not. So anyway, you're having your first appearance here today. Mr. Martinko is representing you, and he can represent you pending the transfer to the other county. What's the other county? Do we know?
Sarasota County.
Okay. Excuse me? Sarasota, okay. All right, so that concludes this. All right, I have no power to do anything else, Mr. Martinko.
How long they have?
All right.
7. He's asking how long they have. That's it.
How long they have? It's kind of unlimited, but they tend to, it'll be within the week. I mean, it's not that far away.
That's why I explained, well, typically 7 days.
Yeah, it's usually within the week. They make a weekly trip.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Okay, good to see you. And how many Spanish do we have? 1, 2, 3? 3, okay. Now we will do this one. Olivencio.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Laura Royal, State Certified Interpreter and previously sworn.
Okay, good morning. So now we're ready for the Spanish. I have 3 this morning. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. 1 second, please.
Sure.
Connection is established.
Okay, ma'am, could you tell me your name?
Diana Olivencia Marrero. Diana Olivencia Marrero.
Diana Olivenza Marrero.
Okay, ma'am, you were arrested on a charge of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, domestic violence. Okay, I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause, and I am appointing the public defender to represent you. As to this charge, I am setting bond in the amount, is there anybody here? No. In the amount of $20,000 and ordering no contact, that you maintain separate residences, and that you possess no weapons, and return to the, if you can return to the residence to gather your stuff with the police one time. Also, you are out on bond on a grand theft 3rd degree. You are represented by RCC. I'm going to revoke that bond and set a new bond in that case at $5,000.
I'm not, I don't know.
Actually, that case, it was, misdemeanor case, and then it was no props.
That case doesn't exist anymore? All right, then I'm not going to do anything on that case, so.
Your Honor, I would ask that you consider reducing the bond amount. She does not, I don't see much of a history. Here she has 0 flows to appear, which is an indication that she will appear for court. I would ask for a $3,500 bond as opposed to a $20,000 bond in this case.
Thank you.
She's not going to be able to afford that high of a bond amount, Your Honor.
State, do you have a position?
I have no objection to reducing the bond to $3,500, Your Honor.
Okay. I will reduce the bond to $5,000. Same conditions. That's all.
Your Honor, may the interpreter have the case number, please?
Yes, it is 2022 CF 2426AO.
Thank you.
All right, next we're here on 2022 MM 1430AO. Sir, could you tell me your name?
Neri Francisco Ortiz. Neri Francisco Ortiz. Oh, este. Neri Francisco Ortiz.
Mary Francisco Ortiz.
Okay. Mr. Ortiz, you were arrested and charged with battery, domestic violence, a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to 1 year in jail, up to 1 year probation, up to a $1,000 fine. Okay. We have someone in the witness box. Ma'am, do you speak English?
Yes, I do.
Señora, ¿habla usted inglés?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. We could swear her in English.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Please state your name for the record.
Yueli Saldana Ortiz.
Okay. State, do you have any questions for her?
Good morning.
Good morning.
How do you know the defendant?
He's my husband.
Do you live together?
Yes.
Has something like this happened before? Not married?
No.
Were drugs or alcohol involved in this incident?
Alcohol. Yes. Alcohol.
Okay. Are you afraid of him?
No.
While this case is pending, would you like to have contact with him?
Yes.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Then at this time, I will set bond in the amount of $500. I'm appointing the public defender to represent you. Conditions of your bond are that you possess no weapons and that you have no hostile contact with the victim. So if you're angry, go for a walk. Get out of there. Also, no alcohol. And I'm ordering random urinalysis as part of your bond conditions. Okay. That is all. Okay. All right. Next, we have Menace Sanchez, and this is 2019 CF 8700AO. All right, sir, can you tell me your name?
Jefferson Jimenez. Jefferson Jimenez Sanchez.
Jefferson Jimenez Sanchez.
Okay, sir, you are here for a violation of probation, and Judge Stobridge has set a $500 bond for you, so I will stay the bond on that case. And are you seeking the public defender to represent you?
Sí.
Okay.
Yes.
I will appoint the public defender to represent you. Okay, that is all.
Gracias.
Thank you.
All right, so that's it for the Spanish, all right?
Thank you, Honor. I don't know if you still require the services of the Creole, but they have finished with their assignment.
No, we found her.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, bye-bye. Okay, now, from the top, I guess, with Chester Martin.
He's medical, Your Honor.
He's medical, okay. I will appoint the public defender.
I'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Okay, and I will stay the bonds at $250 and $250. All right. Next is Donald Richard.
He's downtown court, Your Honor.
He's downtown?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I will appoint the public defender.
I'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Okay. And set bond at $250. Case may be gone by the end of the day.
Any action on the out on bond, Your Honor?
Out on bond.
I would ask that you take no action, Your Honor. I believe the reason he's downtown is because, from my notes, he's pleading to the open container.
Right, there's a good chance he's pleading to this too.
Yes, Your Honor. So I'd ask that you take no action.
I'm going to take no action on that. All right. All right, good morning, sir. Could you tell me your name? Okay, Mr. Akins, you were arrested on a charge of aggravated assault upon a pregnant person. Do we have anyone here on this case? No. And I believe you're currently out on bond on a possession of utilone and another charge of grand theft third degree. Okay. I have read this. I do find probable cause on the aggravated assault on a pregnant person. I will set bond in the amount of $3,500. Special conditions of that bond are that you have no contact whatsoever with the victim. And that includes for while you're in jail, so no phone calls. Follow any DCF plan that might be in place. Possess no weapons and maintain separate residences. Then, as to your charges that you're out on bond for, in 2021 CF 5714AO, I will revoke the previous bond and set a new bond in the amount of $4,000 for the felony and $400 for the misdemeanor paraphernalia charge. As to the grand theft third degree 2022 CF 1493AO, I will revoke the old bond and set a new bond in the amount of $2,000. And I will appoint the public defender to represent you on the new charge, sir.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, on the possession of utilone, you said you're going to revoke and set it at 4,200?
4,000 on the felony and 400 on the misdemeanor. It was 2,200, now it's 4,400.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, good morning, sir. Could you tell me your name?
My name's Adam Wayne Ayers.
Okay, Mr. Ayers, you were arrested on charges of false imprisonment, domestic violence, which is a third-degree felony, punishable by up to 5 years prison, up to 5 years probation, up to a $5,000 fine, as well as tampering with a witness, also a third-degree felony, and domestic violence battery. I have reviewed these. I find probable cause on all of them. Are you seeking the public defender be appointed to represent you, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
I will appoint the public defender to represent you.
Your Honor, there is a victim.
Yes. And we could swear the woman in the,
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Chelsea Sandine.
could you get closer to the microphone so I can hear you?
Yes, ma'am. Chelsea Sandine.
Okay, and are you the named victim in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, State, do you have any questions for her?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning.
How do you know the defendant?
He is my children's father.
Do you live together?
We did.
Do you live together now?
Yes.
Okay. Has something like this happened before?
No, I mean, there was a domestic violence case, but all the other charges, no.
Okay. Are you afraid of him?
No.
While this case is pending, would you like to have contact with him?
Regarding my kids, that's it.
Okay, so if it was third-party contact, that would be fine?
Yeah.
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, sir, you qualify for pretrial release, which is a non-monetary release, but it does come with conditions, okay? So I am going to release you on pretrial release. Conditions of your release are that you possess no weapons, that you maintain a separate residence from I heard Chelsea, I don't have the last.
Sandine, it's okay.
With you, that you follow any DCF plan, if DCF got involved here, and that you have, just going to say no contact for now. That can be modified later on, but for right now, no contact. Any contact about the children can be done through a third party. All right?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So right now, me and him, we are on a lease together. However, me and my kids, I guess, and technically him, are facing eviction. I just got a call this morning from the management company that told us that if there is nothing paid by Monday, that me and my kids, since we're the only ones that are living there right now, will be facing eviction. Unless I turn my keys in this weekend. However, me and my kids have nowhere to go. So that's something that needs to be talked about. And I've tried to reach out to him several times before all of this even happened, and I got no response. However, this is very, very serious, and it needs to be talked about. So I'm not sure how it needs to be handled. But when it comes to my kids and where they're going to lay their heads at, it's very, very serious, and I need to talk to him about that. So how would that happen or work out? Is that something that I have to go back to court for? What do I need to do? Because but she said by Monday, if I don't turn my keys in by this weekend, then that's it.
Okay, I'm going to try to narrow down what you're saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Because the only thing I'm controlling is whether or not you have any contact with him. Okay.
Yep.
Do you want to be able to speak to him? I could make it no hostile contact and no face-to-face contact, but you could talk on the phone.
That's fine. Yes, that's fine.
All right. So let's modify no contact to no hostile contact and no in-person contact. You can speak on the phone.
Thank you.
Okay. I wish you luck, ma'am.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
For them to see.
Okay, so let the attorney know on the Jensen Bishop case. That's the number.
All right. Good morning, sir. Could you tell me your name?
My name is Jovan Dyer, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Dyer, you were arrested and charged with robbery, a second-degree felony punishable by up to 15 years prison, up to 15 years probation, up to a, say, $10,000 fine. I think that's correct. No? Maybe 15? I don't know.
No, I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm still trying to find the paperwork. Who is this?
Dyer.
Jovan Dyer. He's in the felony domestic violence. You're also charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, domestic violence. And that is a second-degree felony. And then aggravated battery on a pregnant person. Okay, the aggravated assault, I believe, is third-degree felony, and the aggravated battery is a second-degree felony. So these are serious charges, sir. Okay. I've read this affidavit. I do find probable cause. Are you seeking the public defender to be appointed?
Yes, ma'am.
I will appoint the public defender to represent you. We have a victim here.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please state your name for the record.
Melanie Regard?
Okay. State, do you have any questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Morning.
How do you know the defendant?
He is my boyfriend and the father to my child.
Ma'am, I can't hear you.
He is my boyfriend and the father to my child.
Do you live together?
We did. During the incident, we did. I'm no longer at the residence.
You're no longer at the residence?
Correct.
Okay. Are you afraid of him?
No, ma'am.
Were alcohol or drugs involved in this incident?
No, ma'am.
While this case is pending, would you like to have contact with him?
Yes, ma'am.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. And I will set bond in this matter. Okay. As to the robbery, I'm setting bond in the amount of $5,000. As to the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, I'm setting bond in the amount of $10,000. And for aggravated battery on a pregnant person, I'm setting bond in the amount of $15,000. Special conditions of the bond are that you maintain separate residence, that you possess no weapons, and that you have no hostile contact with the named victim. You can have contact, but you cannot have hostile contact. Okay, if there's any sense of any anger bubbling up in you or her, you're the one who has to go take a walk. Do you understand? All right. Nothing further.
Your Honor, my client can't afford $15,000 and a $10,000 bond. I would ask that if you are going to set the $5,000 bond on one count, that you consider reducing the $10,000 and the $15,000 bond. He has no criminal history, 0 failures to appear. He's been in the area for over a year. There's no indication that he would not appear for court. And with the victim's testimony here today that she is not afraid and wants contact, I would ask that you lower the $10,000 bond and $15,000 bond.
Okay. On the robbery, I'll lower the bond to $1,000. On the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, I will lower the bond to $1,000, but I'm going to keep the $15,000 on the aggravated battery on a pregnant person.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Same conditions.
I can't calculate that right now. Okay.
Keep your mask on.
All right. Sir, could you tell me your name?
Dominic Salvato. I was trying to see if I could talk to my public defender. Okay.
Is that where your probation is? I see a county violation of probation, so that's probably what it is.
Old picture.
Yeah, I don't think there's a bond on it. You're not going to be able to bond out on it.
Okay. So we're here on the CF case, not the out-of-county warrant for the VOP?
We're going to send you over to deal with the violation.
We're here on both? Okay.
They have you're not going to be able to bond out a detainer. You have no detainers, but for the violation, is no bond.
All right. Sir, are you seeking the services of the public defender?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm appointing the public defender to represent you. Sir, you were arrested on a new charge of battery, domestic violence, as well as burglary of an occupied structure and criminal mischief. Judge Christy Collins already found probable cause in those matters. And as to the battery, sir, I will set bond at $1,000 on the burglary of an occupied structure, set bond at $1,500, and the criminal mischief at $100. Special conditions of that bond are that you have no contact with the victim, that you have possess no weapons, that you not return to the place where this occurred, and that you maintain a separate residence. You also have a violation of probation for an out-of-county warrant. Is there a bond on that?
There's not, Your Honor.
Yeah,
There's no bond?
no bond.
Okay, and that's no bond. So I'll stay the previous no bond. I can't do anything about that, sir. All right? That is all.
That you were there to deal with the violation of probation. So you can't get out until this is dealt with. Okay?
So these three are dealt with.
Yeah, these three are fine. You can bond out. It's just a violation.
I take this?
Okay. All right. Sir, could you tell me your name?
Jaime Castillo.
Okay, Mr. Castillo, you are here on a charge of violating your pretrial release conditions on a domestic violence case. You were told to have no contact whatsoever with the victim. I've read this. I understand there's allegations that she invited you, but you have free will. It's your job to say no. Do you understand? Okay. Sir, as to your pretrial release, I'm going to revoke your pretrial release and set a bond at $1,000 with conditions of no contact. Do we know what the other conditions were? Like all the same previous conditions of pretrial release, but a $1,000 bond as well. And on the violation of your PTR condition on a domestic violence case, so that's a new charge. I'll set a bond of $250 on that. Okay, so do you understand what no contact means, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
No.
And I'm appointing the public defender to represent you that. Okay, I just need a yes. You understand what no contact means? Okay.
Your Honor, can you give me the case number for the violation of injunction, please? Or, I'm sorry, not
It's not an
injunction.
injunction. I don't, let's see. See what's in the computer.
Yes.
I think it's the same case number. Oh, there's a new case number? I have a 1074, 1433, 22 MM 1433 AO.
Thank you.
Okay, good morning, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Christopher Luoma.
Okay, Mr. Luoma, you were arrested and charged with misdemeanor battery, a first-degree misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail, up to a year probation, up to $1,000 fine. Are you seeking the public defender, or are you going to hire your own attorney, sir?
Public defender, ma'am.
Okay, I will appoint the public defender to represent you. Sir, I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. I will set a bond in the amount of $1,000. Special conditions of the bond are that you have no contact with the named victim, that you possess no weapons, and that you maintain separate residences. Okay? All right, that is all. All right, good morning, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Chris McGinnis.
Okay, Mr. McGinnis, you were arrested and charged with battery, domestic violence, a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail, up to a year probation, up to a $1,000 fine. Are you seeking the public defender to represent you, sir?
Yes.
I will appoint the public defender to represent you. I do find probable cause. I've reviewed this, and you do qualify for pretrial release. Conditions of your pretrial release are that you maintain a separate residence, that you have no contact with the named victim, you possess no weapons, and if DCF is involved, that you abide by any DCF plan. All right, that is all.
Keep in contact with your attorney. No contact with
How can I get in contact with her? She's my
You
fiance.
can't right now. You have to appear in court, so call the attorney.
Are they gonna, the attorneys can contact her?
All right. Sir, could you tell me your name?
Samuel Melendez.
Okay, Mr. Melendez, you were arrested and charged with battery, domestic violence, as well as resisting an officer without violence. Those are both first-degree misdemeanors punishable by up to 1 year in jail, up to 1 year probation, up to a $1,000 fine each. Okay. You've also got a failure to appear on a case in front of Judge Martha Adams on 2021 MM 6319AO. On that failure to appear, Judge Adams set a bond at $1,000. I will stay her bond on that. Now, we have gentleman here in the witness box.
Do you swear to tell, go raise your right. Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Please state your name for the record.
Eddie Reyes.
Okay, and sir, what's your relationship to Mr. Melendez?
That's my brother.
Okay, and you're the named victim in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, State, do you have any questions?
Good morning. Do you live together?
No, we live in the same house but separate residence. It's a duplex.
Are you afraid of him?
No, I'm not afraid of him, but my kids and my wife is.
While the case is pending, would you like to have contact with him?
No, ma'am.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, I am going to set a bond in the amount of $1,000 on the battery and the amount of $250 on the resisting an officer without violence. Conditions of your bond are that you maintain separate residences, that you have no contact with your brother or your brother's family, and that you possess no weapons. So, sir, you don't want him living next door to you anymore?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Actually, I want to.
And is that his property?
No.
Is it your mother's property?
That's we renting from the landlord. I'm helping him stay next door because he was in the streets.
Does he have a lease there?
No, ma'am.
Who has the lease?
It's no lease. I was just leaving him stay next door for a period of time.
Okay.
Until
Your
he
Honor,
get, his foot.
I'm sorry. I believe when they spoke to my client, Pretrial Services, he did state he can find somewhere else to live, like
Okay.
a hotel.
Yeah, I was gonna move it the same day.
All right. Well, that's my suggestion, sir. It's more than a suggestion. You don't go back to either side of the duplex, all right? Stay away from your brother and his family, at least for the time being. So maintain a separate residence and no return to that property. Thank you. Except to get your stuff one time.
Okay, so you can go one time with, and then you can go get it, okay?
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
No, my brother has his sister's number.
Oh.
I can't, like I said, I don't want to.
Okay. I'm gonna have to call because I can't, he doesn't have, he's gone. And if you don't have another number, then I can't even call for you.
Next question.
Work on this one.
The bond man, bond man. Then you will have the same number, asking for the number.
Two. Right, okay. All right. Good morning, ma'am. Could you tell me your name? Okay, Ms. Reno, you have an out-of-county warrant from Seminole County where that judge set you at no bond. I'm going to stay the bond. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you pending your transfer to Seminole County. They make regular trips up and back, so you should be out of here in the next few days, okay? That's all. All right. Ma'am, could you tell me your name?
LaAngel Wilcox.
Okay, Ms. Wilcox, you have two out-of-county warrants, or one out-of-county warrant, let me see. For fleeing or attempting to elude a police officer and resisting an officer without violence. Or is that the new offense? Okay, this is a Seminole County warrant. Wait, does she have a new? So she has the out-of-county in Seminole, and then a new charge, or these are the? Oh, I see. Okay. I understand. All right, so you have out-of-county warrants for Seminole County. I'm staying the previous amount that the judge set in Seminole County. Then you are currently out on bond.
Your Honor, I can't see the warrant, so I can't see the dates of when the incident occurred to determine which occurred first. I'm not sure if you can. So I'd ask that you take no action. I don't know when the incident occurred. I can just see the out-of-county warrant, but I can't see the facts of the case, Your Honor, since it's out-of-county.
I can't either. So I'm going to take no action because I don't have enough information to do anything. Okay. Stay the previous amounts. Seminole County will come pick you up soon, ma'am.
So you can bond. They're gonna bring you back to that judge. That's when you tell them. They'll give you all the information.
All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Andrew, Luciano.
Okay, Mr. Albino, and you're currently represented by Buck Blinkner?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have a violation of probation. Judge Barber set you at no bond, so I will stay the no bond because that's really all I can do, ma'am, sir. All right? Thank you. All right, ma'am, could you tell me your name?
Destiny Butler.
Okay. Miss Brown, wait, are you Butler or Brown?
Butler.
Butler, okay.
Brown is a refusal, Your Honor.
And I will waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender on her VOP. I will stay the no bond, I believe it is. Stay the no bond by Judge Alvaro. On the failure to appear, I will set bonds as laid out by, I don't know the judge, but 5,000, 5,300, 1,300, 1,000. Oh, on 2022 MM 1409, set it at 1,000. All right, so Ms. Butler, you have a violation of community control. Judge Barber has set you at no bond, and I will stay the no bond status and appoint the public defender to represent you. So, only Judge Barber can change that. Thank you. All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Tenari Angelo.
Mr. Enslow, you have violations of probations in 2 separate cases. Judge Wayne Wooten set you at no bond on these violations of probation, and I will stay the no bond status and appoint the public defender to represent you, sir. Sir, could you tell me your name?
Nathaniel Gibbs.
Mr. Gibbs, you're here on a violation of probation by Judge Kest. He set you at no bond on 2017 CF 11862AO. I will stay the no bond status.
I have to go back before that judge. What's your attorney's number?
Do you have paperwork? Jones, Earl Jones. All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Earl Jones.
All right, Mr. Jones, you are here on a violation of probation. Where the judge set you at no bond, so I will stay the no bond matter and appoint the public defender to represent you.
Why am I being violated, Judge?
Excuse me?
Why am I being violated?
I believe it's for getting a disorderly conduct.
What, because I had a beer in my hand?
It says, as evidenced by his arrest under Orange County Case 2022 MO 302AO. So your new arrest violated your felony probation.
So an open container violated me?
Yes.
Looks that way, sir. It's a new law violation. You're going to have to take that up with the judge that put you on probation, sir.
Okay, all right. No problem, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Ernest King.
Okay, Mr. King. Let's see, you have, you're on a probation from a 1987 case where the judge has set no bond, and I will stay no bond on that offense. You also have 3 charges. You have a failing to register as a sex offender charge. I'll set bond in the amount of $1,500 on that. You also have destroying, altering, damaging a monitoring device, as well as grand theft 3rd degree. And I'll set bond in the amount of $5,000 on the destroying and the grand theft. I'll set bond at $500. And appoint the public defender to represent you.
Here, ma'am?
Excuse me?
Yes,
I've appointed the
all
public
The
defender.
number for your attorney.
Okay.
My
All right.
on probation at the time that all of that happened. My probation was legally over.
I can't hear you.
I wasn't on probation legally at the time. I have an illegal probation. There's no
Okay.
such thing as a life probation.
Sir, I don't know anything about it. I'm just here for IAs, okay? And you have an old warrant here, so you may have been on probation at the time they violated you. I do not know. So that's between you and the judge that put you on probation. So talk to the public defender about
I'll
that.
look it up. I'll look it up.
All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Tommy Mitchell.
Okay, Mr. Mitchell, you were on probation in 2020 CF 2257AO, and a violation of probation has been filed. Do you have the paperwork? Thank you.
Ma'am,
And, yes, sir.
I see my probation officer last month on the 9th, and they said this warrant was issued on the 3rd. And I was there all day yesterday. He wasn't in his office, and I was supposed to go back this morning and check in with him at 9 this morning. And I got pulled over last night in a little fender bender in my vehicle. And I had a warrant, and I don't understand what the warrant was for. 'Cause I was in
Sir,
compliance
Judge
with everything.
Navarro signed a violation warrant on February 3rd and set you at no bond. And I can't do anything except stay that bond, and you're going to have to take it up with Judge Navarro,
You
okay?
can't give me a bond or
I
reinstate?
cannot, sir. I'm appointing the public defender. That requires Judge Navarro, not me.
We'll see someone in a couple days for the violation.
What was the violation for?
Call the number.
All right. Good morning, sir. Could you tell me your name? Okay. Mr. Paget, you are here, you're on probation for 2 separate felony cases, and a violation of probation has been filed. In each of those cases, I will stay the bond previously set. Was any bond set in that? It's no bond status? Okay. All right. Judge Alvaro set you at no bond. And Judge Roche also set you at no bond. And then you have a resisting without violence. I will set bond in the amount of $500 on your resisting. Okay. And I'll appoint the public defender to represent you, sir. Okay. Okay, good morning, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Angel Ramos Hernandez.
Okay, Mr. Ramos Hernandez, you are here on a violation of a drug probation. Can I have the paperwork on that, too? Okay. Sir, you were on probation for burglary as well as aggravated assault. And Judge Calderon signed a violation warrant for testing positive, and he set you at no bond. I will stay the no bond status. And appoint the public defender to represent you.
On this number.
All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Yes, Wilfred Rivera Barrios.
Okay, Mr. Rivera Barrios. Let's see. You're here for a violation of probation on 2017 CF 11603 AO. Let's see. The judge who signed your warrant set you at no bond. I will stay that no bond status and appoint the public defender's office. That's all.
That's all.
That's all.
Thank you.
Okay. Sir, could you tell me your name?
Deshaun DeWine Williams.
Okay, Mr. Williams, you're on probation in 2020 CF 2989 AO. Judge Tarlika Navarro signed a violation warrant. For not successfully completing your drug program. She set you at no bond. I'll stay the no bond status and appoint the public defender to represent you, sir. Okay.
Bond court is a free service, but it takes several hours of my time every day. Less than 10% of Bond court viewers hit the like button, and less than 1% leave a comment. If you want Bond court to continue to be available on YouTube for free, then please hit the like button and leave a comment on all of my videos.
Hello, is there somebody there?
Oh, hi. Good afternoon. This is Mandarin interpreter Daphne with the Language Line Solutions.
Okay, Daphne, this is Judge Evelyn Jewett. I'm here at the Orange County Jail, and we have, I'm going to mispronounce this name, Sayu Liu.
Is that Daiyiu?
Saiyyuliu.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Yes, right, got it.
Okay. Ma'am, could you tell us your name? Okay.
Sorry, Your Honor, I couldn't hear the lady's responses, though.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, could you repeat your name, please?
Yeah, my name is Sayu Liu.
Okay, do you speak English?
No.
A little bit, okay.
Little bit, yeah.
All right, ma'am, you were arrested on a warrant of fugitive from justice out of Arizona.
好，你是因为今天被发布了一个违规的一个逮捕令，因为你逃离亚利桑那州。
I'm sorry, Your Honor, we're not hearing that case in IAs. We're just hearing her on the CF 2463 case.
Okay.
Okay.
And on that case, you're charged with unlicensed practice of a healthcare professional and prostitution.
那这样子的话，另外的案件就是你在没有正当的执照来进行交易，那么还有就是说这个这个 prostitution. Sorry, interpreter went on the prostitution in Chinese. My apology. Prostitution.
Okay. And
Sorry.
are you seeking the public defender to represent you, ma'am?
好，还有嫖妓的犯罪，你现在希望能够找寻有公共辩护律师吗？
对，是的。
Yes, please.
Okay, I will appoint the public defender to represent you.
那我们会指派一个公共辩护律师来代表您。
As to the unlicensed practice of healthcare professional, I'll set bond at 1,000 and prostitution at 100.
针对就是没有执照，但是做一个医疗行为、医疗服务提供者的部分，我们设定保释金是1000元。至于嫖妓犯淫的部分，那是100元。
Okay. State, are you seeking any conditions?
No, Your Honor.
没有请求，
Okay,
没有，
then that's all.
就这样。
Okay, thank you.
All right，谢谢。Thank you, Your Honor. All right,
Thank
you all have a great day.
You too, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Disconnect from her, and now what are we doing? Spanish, or we're waiting? Okay.
Okay, on the movers, we have Contreras as mental health, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm appointing the public defender to represent him.
I will waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Okay, and on the trespass, I'll set bond at 500.
Mrs. Scott, Your Honor, is behavior.
Your Honor, I apologize. If we could just go back to Contreras, and the state would ask for a no return to the 7-Eleven at 4355 Silver Star Road.
Okay, and yes, of course, no return to the 7-Eleven on Silver Star Road. Okay. Chester Scott. You said behavior?
Refusal, he refused, Your Honor.
Refusal? Okay, I will appoint the public defender.
I will waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Okay, and on petty theft, I'll set bond at 500. On resisting, I'll set bond at 500. And also to not return, no return. All right. And could you tell me your name?
Terrence Lee.
Okay, Mr. Lee, you were arrested and charged with disorderly conduct in violation of a city ordinance. Is there an offer on this case?
It would be a withhold of adjudication and credit time served, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, if you wanted to resolve this case today, I would withhold adjudication, give you credit for the time you've served, release you as to this charge, and then I would, if you had any court costs, I'd reduce them to a civil judgment, or I will set bond at 250.
Deal with it today.
Okay.
You have just a second. I just wanted to make sure, Your Honor, because he had been deemed incompetent in 2019. I just wanted to make sure he was competent to proceed. With the plea, Mr. Lee would like to accept the offer of a withhold credit time served and court costs, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Lee, have you seen a plea form before, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then to the charge of disorderly conduct, how do you wish to plea?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea, find you're entering it freely and voluntarily. I will withhold adjudication, give you credit for the time you've already served here in the Orange County Jail, which is 2 days?
2 days.
2 days. And order court costs, reduce them to a civil judgment. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Okay, good luck to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. All right, good afternoon. Could you tell me your name?
Yes, Pamela Nichols.
Okay, Ms. Nichols, you were arrested and charged with what they put here as state misdemeanors, but basically it's a trespass charge. State, is there an offer on this case?
I see this.
Your Honor, there is
Your
an
Honor,
offer, but I
had
have
a robbery
concerns.
at $83, and that's all the case was about. A robbery, $83.
I have competent.
Let's do this after
All right. I'm going to set bond at $250 and appoint the public defender to represent you, and that's all.
Your Honor, I'm a barcode licensed attorney as well. I always received a
You're-
pen so I could write my lawsuit.
All right. And also no return. Thank you.
And Your Honor, I would ask, she wasn't screened for mental health pretrial release. I would just stay the bond. I don't know if she would qualify, but to have her screened for mental health. Any alternative. Okay, there you go.
Okay. If we could have her screened, that would be great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. That's a lot. Put those aside. Okay. Okay, I see. Up here. Are you on Mark Archer? All right. Good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Good afternoon. My name is Mark Archer.
Okay, Mr. Archer, you are arrested and charged with resisting an officer without violence, a first-degree misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail, up to a year probation, up to a $1,000 fine.
Your Honor, given that he has no history, I was going to ask for a $100 bond in this case. He would likely qualify for pretrial diversion.
Okay. Sir, I'm going to set bond at $100, and would you like to have the public defender appointed to represent you, sir?
Oh, yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I will appoint the public defender to represent you. All right.
Archer? Archer.
Can he afford that?
Go ahead, Mr. Dunn. I asked. I just wanted to make sure.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
My full name is Harold Lloyd Brown Jr.
Okay, Mr. Brown, you were arrested and charged with trespass.
And Your Honor, the offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, and no return to 763. Yep, Cornelia Court.
I accept.
Okay, and you want to resolve this today, sir?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
No, go ahead. Okay.
Okay. All right, sir, so have you seen a plea form before, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, I am.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Were you on probation at the time of this offense?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Yes.
All right, then to the charge of trespass, how do you wish to plea?
No contest.
Okay, I'll accept your plea. Find you're entering it freely and voluntarily. I will adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for the 2 days, is it, that you have time served? Order that you not return to 763 something Cornelia?
Cornelia Court.
Cornelia. All right, and also court costs, I'll reduce those to a civil judgment. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you could not afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court, sir. All right, don't go back there, sir, okay? All right, good luck to you. All right, good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Willie Edmond.
Okay, Mr. Edmonds, you were arrested and charged with open container as well as possession of drug paraphernalia. Okay.
With regard to the paraphernalia charge, case number 22 MM1426, state announces a no information.
Okay.
And as to the city ordinance violation, Your Honor, the offer is a withhold of adjudication, credit time served, and Mr. Edmonds would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Bless you.
Thank
All
you.
right. Mr. Edmonds, have you seen a plea form before, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yeah.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
And really like, instead of these hurting feet of mine.
Okay. And, sir, are you currently thinking clearly?
Well, I got a stomachache right now, huh?
Okay, does that stomach ache affect the way you're thinking? You're okay.
Yes, ma'am, I'm all right.
All right.
Stomach hurting.
Okay, so, sir, to the charge of open container, how do you wish to plea?
No contest?
Sir, I'll accept your plea, find you're entering the plea freely and voluntarily, and I will withhold adjudication, give you credit for the 2 days that you've served in the Orange County Jail, and order court costs, reduce them to a civil judgment. Sir, you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Sir, you know that open container is illegal, so, all right, let's try to not get arrested for that, all right? Okay, all right, good luck to you, sir. Be safe out there. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Ma'am, could you tell me your name?
Alexis Ellis.
Okay, Miss Ellis, you were arrested and charged with trespass after warning.
Your Honor, the offer is a withhold, credit time served and no return to 794 South Tampa Avenue. Ms. Ellis would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
Okay. Miss Ellis, have you seen a plea form before, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into this plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily? Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol? Were you on probation at the time of this offense? And do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Correct.
Okay. Then to the charge of trespass on property after warning, how do you wish to plea?
No contest.
Okay, ma'am, I will accept your plea. I'll find you're entering the plea freely and voluntarily, and I will withhold adjudication, order that you not return to 794 South Tampa Avenue, Orlando, give you credit for the time that you've served here in the Orange County Jail, and order court costs and reduce them to a civil judgment. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Good luck to you, ma'am. Don't go back there, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. All right, good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Jason Riddle.
Hey, Mr. Riddle, you were arrested and charged with possession of drug paraphernalia.
Your Honor, with regard to case number 22 MM1427, possession of drug paraphernalia, 2 counts, the state is announcing a no information to both counts.
Okay, is that the only thing holding him?
I believe.
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
It's not? Okay. Well, as to this charge, sir, you are released as to this charge. Okay? That is all.
All right, thank you.
Okay. right, good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Courtney Burke.
Okay, Mr. Burke, you were arrested on failing to appear on a felony warrant.
There was an offer, Your Honor. However, I believe, in my system is showing regional conflict counsel. I just want to make sure that's true.
RCC? Some reason I'm associating Dean Mosley with this. Maybe that's what it says. I'm not sure. Well, his name is there. I'm not sure if he's RCC, but what is the offer?
Adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return to 1166 Piedmont Road. Cost of investigation in the amount of $296.76 to Apopka PD.
And court costs.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Wait, is that what you're showing as well?
Yes, Your Honor, that is the offer that I relayed. The street name is Piedmont Wekiva Road, but yes, that is the offer that I relayed.
Okay. Well, if, Mr. Burke, if you'd like to resolve this today, I would go along with that offer, or
Yes, ma'am.
you do want to resolve it? Okay. Okay. All right. Mr. Burke, have you seen a plea form before, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily? Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
Ma'am.
Were you on probation at the time of this offense?
Ma'am.
And do you understand if you are not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then, sir, to the charge of trespass on property other than a structure or conveyance, how do you wish to plead?
No contest.
And to the charge of trespass in a conveyance, how do you wish to plead?
No contest.
Sir, I will accept your pleas, find you're entering them freely and voluntarily, and I will adjudicate you guilty on both counts, give you credit for the time that you've served here in the Orange County Jail, which is how much?
37 days.
37 days. Give you credit for the 37 days that you've served. Order that you not return to 1166 Piedmont Wekiva Road. Is that Apopka? I believe it's Apopka.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ordering cost of investigation of $296.76 payable to Apopka Police Department. I'll give you a year to pay those. Also ordering court costs. I'll give you a year to pay those as well. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Okay, don't go back there, sir. Okay, good luck to you. All right, and who do we have? Sir, could you tell me your name?
Sebastian Louis Martin Fernandez.
Mr. Fernandez.
What happened to Holmes?
Holmes bonded.
Thank you.
Holmes bonded? Okay. Okay, Sebastian Fernandez. Sir, you were arrested on a charge of disorderly conduct, a second-degree misdemeanor. Is there an offer on this or no?
A withhold 5 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for time served and court costs, Your Honor.
I thought that was city ordinance. Not misdemeanor.
It is a city ordinance, disorderly conduct.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what they're calling when you go to a car and are soliciting.
Yes, I understand. but
Something.
it's second degree misdemeanor.
Right, it's a second-degree misdemeanor. Do you want to resolve this today or no?
Yes, I was talking to my PD about my VA appointment tomorrow, that's all.
All right. Okay, do we have a plea form?
They're not gonna give you anything. Mhm.
Okay. All right. Mr. Fernandez, have you seen a plea form before, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes,
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
that's no contest.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol? Are you currently under the influence of any drugs,
No.
medication, or alcohol?
I'm not under the influence, ma'am.
All right. Sir, and how do you wish to plead to the charge of disorderly conduct?
I plead no contest.
I'll accept your plea, find you're entering the plea freely and voluntarily. I will withhold adjudication, sentence you to 5 days in the Orange County Jail, give you credit for the 2 days, is it?
Yes.
2 days that you've already served.
2 days. 2.
That's what I said, 2. 2. All right. Ordering court costs, and I'm reducing those to a civil judgment. Sir, you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. He's in a hurry. Okay. All right. Okay. Sir, could you tell me your name?
Owen Andre Jero.
Okay, Mr. Jariho, you were arrested and charged with soliciting without a permit, a violation of the county ordinance. It is a second-degree misdemeanor.
And the offer is a withhold of adjudication, credit, time served, and court costs, Your Honor. And he would like to accept it as a plea of no contest.
All right. Sir, have you read through a plea form previously, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Were you on probation at the time of this offense?
No, miss.
And do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, then to the charge of soliciting without a permit, how do you wish to plea?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea, find you're entering it freely and voluntarily. I will withhold adjudication, sentence you to the 2 days?
Yes.
2 days that you've already served. Order that you pay court costs, reduce this to a civil judgment. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Good luck to you, sir. And who is this?
I created a new YouTube channel. Please consider subscribing to my new channel. Sit back, relax and enjoy this preview of the content from my new channel. You can find a link to my new channel in the description or comments section below. Do the work.
The mind always has the tactical advantage over you. Why is that? It knows your fears.
You're not as afraid of as many things as you think, and you're braver than you know. One of the problems with being anxious about something is you won't speak of it. It's like Voldemort. And then if you don't speak of it, it's way bigger than it should be. As soon as you start talking about it, you cut it down to size. So as soon as you're brave enough to start talking about what you're afraid of, then you see that there's more to you than you thought, and that there's less to the problem than you thought. And then it doesn't seem to be that you get less frightened, it seems to be that you get more courageous.
When I was a young kid, I considered myself very weak. And as I started developing this indestructible mental toolbox, the things I was most afraid of, I cowered from. I had to start facing these things and becoming an expert at the things I feared the most. I was afraid of my own mind. My mind would get off on these crazy places of woe is me. I consider myself the worst person ever alive. But once I started mastering my own life, I started realizing, my God, man, this was in me. So I started realizing the capabilities of the human soul and the human mind. I put myself in hell, lived in it for a long time, and figured out how the human mind works while suffering, while pain, while misery. And that's how I wrote my book. I want to tell you exactly what your mind is thinking. Most of us don't stay in hell long enough to write the book. I stayed in long enough to write it and finish the book.